Good morning. Well, it's morning here anyway. So, long time no see, everyone. I have been busy, to say the least. Haven't been out in the shed. Done much computer stuff well over a month now. I was on holidays and doing some extra work because, you know, you need money to pay for things that break down in life, cars, air conditioners and everything else. So anyway, today I have decided to continue with another video from this book 8088. So someone on one of the comments, and also a guy I work with, was like, what on earth are you going to do with an 8088 mini netbook looking thing? And I was like, well, use it. That was always my intention of buying one of these. So today, before I go into what we're going to do, I actually started recording. I actually recorded 2/3 of this video just over a month ago, and I've lost all the footage, so I'm actually starting from scratch, which is kind of frustrating because I did quite a bit of work. But anyway, we're going to start again, so it's all good. So our goal today is to get a floppy drive running on this, so we can, because I've got a lot of my software is actually on floppy disk still, and we are going to install a program. So Microsoft Works version 1, and we're also going to play one of my favorite games, which is this one, Ultima 6. It's my favorite game ever since it came out. I even play it from time to time now. If I go away for work, I just play it under DOSBox. But it would be cool to be able to play it on this. So I don't even know if I can play this game on there. So here it's got 286, 386 for 640k required. I looked up the specs a while ago online, and I can't remember if it said XT. It may have said PC AT. But anyway, either way, we're going to try that and see if that works. So yeah, let's get to it. Okay, so first up we are going to need oh no. So these boxes weigh a ton. That's where all my floppy drives are. So let's get the box down. And I think I've also got the controller cards in there too. So anyway, let's get this box down and have a look. Oh yeah, even this box of mainboard cables weighs a lot. So I'll just put the old camera down for a sec. Down there. My lovely wife has helped me tidy up my garage recently, so I've actually got some room to move around in. What do we get? Computer parts. I think that's got drives in it, this one. Let's get this one down. Alright, well that weighed a lot more than I remember. Damn, this thing was heavy. Probably about 30 kilos, I reckon. But it's full of surprises. What are we going to find here? Floppy drive cleaner. That looks all warped. Oh, great. It's a problem about storing stuff in your shed. Everything gets hot in summer. There's a zip drive. There's another zip drive. Oh, more memory. I thought I had more memory. A while ago I did a video of all the random memory I had laying around, and I thought I had a lot more SD RAM and DDR, and I've just found it. Totally forgot that I even had any of this. Well, stashed up here anyway. There, DVD drive and a brand new in a box. Floppy drive. And it's a Sony beauty. We'll grab that. Also got 2 boxes of floppy disks. I'm going to put those inside. I've actually put them in my wardrobe at the bottom so that they don't get hot, because I'm afraid that the temperature out here over time is going to deteriorate them, so they can go join the other drives. We've got so many CD drives, adapters. Oh, there's that connector. 2 of them. What are they? ATX to AT. So, yeah, it's good that I found those, because I'm actually using those for a project that's coming up soon involving a 386. So I'm just keen to get this done so that we can get started with some other interesting projects. There's a 2.5 AA board, main board. Was it a GA5AA? It's a good board. More floppy drives, brand new floppy drives. All those are brand new floppy drives. Floppy disks that they can come out. Yeah, this box of parts hasn't been done for a very long time, hence the weight of it. Oh look, floppy disk just sitting around looking for a home. So what do we get down there? Floppy disks, a couple of CD drives. I was hoping there'd be some controller cards in here. Ooh, what have we got in here? Video cards. Let's get this box out and have a look. Alright, let's move this to the side carefully. Oops. Alright, floppy drive. We've got some quadros. We can't use that on the XT, unfortunately. DVI card. Small form factor card. Ah, this must be all video cards, I think. What's that? Don't even know what that is. Back in the days when they never used to write it on the thing what it was. An ATI card. I think these are all graphics cards. Oh, some sound cards. There's a 128. Sound Blaster 16, plug and play because there's no jumpers. The old Vibra 16. Oh, that was plug and play. No, we're not looking at that though. We are looking for. There we go. Controller. Floppy drive. Yeah. Just gonna try and work out those jumpers. That's all. So we've got one of those. And another one. And another one. Never have enough controllers. We've got some network cards down the bottom. Old Intel. All PCI by the looks of it. Yeah, I actually forgot these were in here. I thought these were all in the other box. But anyway, we'll carefully put these all back. And we should keep... Which one should we keep? We'll keep the small one because it's small. So, put this aside and let's get all these back in the box. Alright, now we need a cable, which we'll probably find in the box labeled cables. Just need a floppy cable. So I've got all these packs of floppy cables that when I was working in computer shops, I always held on to cables thinking, you know, in 30 years time I might need a cable, and here we are today. So there's a nice floppy cable, we'll use that one. What else is in here? Super long SATA cable. Headers, that power header thing. Stuff you don't really use. Yeah, there's a lot of crap in here. Wires and connectors and cables and telephone cables. Should do like a photo inventory of all my stuff, so when I have a project I can scroll through and see what I've got. Anyway, we're not going to go through another box of crap. We've got what we need, so let's get to it. Alright, so I was just thinking I'm going to have to try and find the manual for this, but then I realised on the back it's actually printed all the different options. So we can pretty much go through and disable everything apart from the floppy controller. That's pretty cool. We can also add whatever other ports we want off this multi-IO. So let's quickly do that and get the SATA board out for this and get it plugged in. Okay, so we've configured all the jumpers. So a lot of them were COM2, oh sorry, one of the COM ports for, you know, ID port address, whatever, COM2 or COM3. So I pretty much disabled everything except for the floppy drive controller. So now we're going to clean the pins. As you know, it's a big thing that I do because it causes problems if they're not clean. I've actually been thinking of getting hold of some of this card and selling it as like a little kit. I wouldn't really do it to make money. I think what, like $2, $1 or $2, just to cover time and help people out. Because I've had a few people asking like, where do I get this stuff from? And I said Manila folder is pretty good. I use that if I don't have this stuff available. This stuff's just it's like a fabric coated card. It's like, I'm not actually sure how they make it, but it's really, really good for doing things like this. So, yeah, it's nice and polished and clean. This was filthy as before, as you can see. That's the it's like a green copper looking contaminant. Anyway, that looks pretty good. So if you're not familiar with this, you look for pin 1 on the PCB when connecting the old cables. If you can't find printing on the circuit board, you'll usually find there's a square where pin 1 is, actually on the PCB itself. So I know probably most of you already know this stuff, but I don't know, there's a lot of... Hang on, this is an IDE cable. I grabbed the wrong one. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, so I just quickly grabbed this one, which is nice and easy. It's that twist is to do with master and slave in the cable, and yeah, CPU board. I don't know where this cable. Oh, HP. There you go. So this should work. So anyway, so what was I saying? I noticed there's a lot of. I forget that there's a lot of people out there that don't know the old computing stuff. This has got a pin in it, so I'll be right back again. And back again. So by pin I meant, yeah, blocked pin. So this one does not have any blocked pins, but this one is for 2 drives. It's got the old twist. I've done a twist before and after. Guess it's to make that one the primary and that one the secondary. That's what I'm guessing off the top of my head. There's probably someone out there who goes, no, it's the other way around, but this is literally the first time I have connected a floppy drive. Actually, I would say 10 years, but there's the old IBM over here that I rebuilt, which is my pride and joy. Having to see the poor thing. And I still want to do another video on that, backing it up and whatever. And I literally, since rebuilding that, have not touched it. So it's another thing I want to get into. And I was thinking of doing a video on how to back up your Pentium 4 retro system. It's kind of funny calling these things retro systems, because to me it's all, this stuff's all current, you know. Like, I grew up with floppy drives and cables, and when I started out as a computer technician, it was all, you know, it just feels like yesterday. And then you kind of realise, hang on, it was like 25 years ago. Wow, I feel old. So anyway, we've got our ISA thing. The only thing I don't like about this is it's not super clear about which end is the right end, because if you put that around the wrong way, you're going to blow things up. And I know that for a fact. Not from experience, but from watching other people do it. So let's get our little, fortunately this part here is keyed, I believe. Yep. Let's get our little ISA board in. Alright, she's in. Now, which end does that plug into? We need to check this out. Alright, I'm just going to pause the video. I'll be right back. I'm not going to bore you with looking up what way the card goes. So I'll be... Look at this book. It's like the cover is like the last page. Oh no. Alright, I'll be right back. Well, I've gone through the manual and they give you the pinouts for the video card, which is this particular one being the version 2, has the VGA card and the sound card, but nothing on the ISA. So I do not want to burn this thing out. So I'm just going to go have a look on the internet. What I might actually do is look at the pinouts of the ISA board, see where the power is and measure the power, because that's the kind of the safest way to do it, because I don't trust the pictures on AliExpress where it was bought from. So the sellers have probably plugged it back to front. So I'm just going to do that. I'm not going to record it. I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. So that was pretty quick. So pretty much from what I've gathered, the B side is the side where the components aren't, and the A side, there's a little, not sure if you can see that here, there's a B and an A by each slot. So B3 should actually be 5 volts. So let's quickly plug in a power adapter and give that a test. Oh, power even wants to, oh, I was going to say, it's not even turned on. Let's turn it on. So one annoying thing about these Book 88s is they give you one power adapter, but you need the power adapter for the ISA slots. I remember this from the version 1. So I mean, I've got 2 power packs, but it's kind of a bit silly. But then again, this whole thing is a bit silly, isn't it? Not, yeah, you know what I mean. Not super silly. All right, so I'm just going to verify that, because this is also just to show people out there, if you're looking, ever want to work out an ISA slot orientation. So let's power up our meter. And orientate this a little bit better. Alright, so you got B side is, I don't know if you can see it very well. Hang on, let's zoom in. Alright, that might be a bit better. So you've got little letter B and an A. B, it's up, actually upside down. So we should measure, be very careful. Negative here, and B3. Yep, 5.14 volts on the meter. So that is, yeah, it's actually right, the B side and A side. So that's correct. So let's turn the power off. Now, which slot shall we use? We'll use the closest one here. So that means it goes in that way. It's like the legs aren't long enough. Ow! Wow, that's really tight. Finally got that in. Oh, we also need floppy power, don't we? How are we going to get floppy power? Well, we ain't getting it off this little board. There's I haven't actually had a close look at this board yet. It's kind of a bit annoying that there is no. You think they could have like a little, add a little power thing at the back where you plug a drive into through an adapter or something. Okay. So this isn't exactly very portable using a floppy drive, is it? Because you have to have a power supply for your floppy drive, a power supply for this board, and a power supply for your book. Alright, let's sort this out. So I was just thinking, I could probably make like a 3-way adapter with a, oh, I think it's 5 and 12. No, you can use a voltage booster, I guess. You also need one for that, one for that. So you could make a board that this plugs into. I mean, this thing's like, what, 2 amps or something. It's got more than enough power to run the show. But anyway, we'll worry about that later. Right now, we need to power everything up. So, alright, let's speed through this. Alright, so I'm pretty sure this has got a full battery, so we don't have to worry about power for that. I just want to get this happening. This is a power supply tester, and it's just a cheap and easy way to power up a power supply. plugged in. The other end's probably not plugged in, which it's not. Plugged in. Alright, so a little ISO board. Let's power up all this first. So first the ISO board, then we'll power up the power supply, floppy drive. There's no green light that's staying on, so that's a good indication that the cable is around correctly. And let's turn this on and see if we get floppy. Just zooming in here. Alright, does it pick up floppy? I'm wondering if it'll error 1H. Oh, I don't have the card in it. So okay, that's good. It's trying to boot from the floppy drive. I just need to go grab the card. What do you call it? Not found basic. The CF card, because I had it plugged into my computer for my previous attempt of making this video. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm just going to mention too that the reason I had this, just remember why I had the CF card in the house, and that is I was going to try every VGA driver I could find and see if I could get one to work with Windows 3 and the VGA on this, because typically you can't get VGA to work, but we're gonna see. I think I saw something on Vogons or a forum somewhere saying about, they said try some particular driver. I'm not even sure. It's so long ago I don't even remember what the conclusion was. But anyway, that's why I had the card at the other computer, because I was looking for VGA driver, and I was just going to copy it straight on. So we got disk not found for USB. That's all right. Do not sell. What's that? Oh, the driver by Freddie V. Hey, shout out to Freddie V, the champion. And okay, we've got a DOS prompt. Let's put a floppy disk in. We'll get one of these floppy disks that I found before and see if they work. Alright, so we got a verbatim. It's looking pretty healthy in there. So try a disk that, not that I don't care about it, but it's just a blank disk. We'll try copying some files to it. Hey, look at that. Directory. Nothing. Alright, so we'll go. That's pretty cool. Oh, this is a lot less painless than I was expecting. Oh yeah, here we go. See, new VGA. So I've already put some drivers on there. Oh, it takes so long to refresh. Come on. So what I'm going to do is just copy a file onto the disk, copy it off again before I trust the drive with original floppies. So let's go into new VGA. Because remember, Windows back here in this generation always looked at the floppy drive first. So maybe we can do an old school driver installation. So we're going to copy star.star8:. It would be cool is to make like a caddy that sits under this and actually puts, like, you'd have like a floppy drive and I don't know, something else. Floppy drive and a bigger battery, and then you, yeah, because you need it. Although, I mean, seriously, how much power does a floppy drive and an interface use when it's not doing anything 99% of the time? Alright. So, yeah, they look like they copied without a problem. So you got type command in. Yep, it does. Trying to remember, I use command prompt quite a lot still, especially at work, and kind of there's a bit of a crossover thing. You know, what commands? Look, it's pretty cool. Old commands still work on new ones, and sometimes you forget what. Yeah. Anyway, stop jibber jabbing. Okay, well that's not corrupt. So cool. We've done part one, which is get that on. What do we need to do now? I'm going to go find the mouse, and let's install the VGA driver, because that was actually the first thing I was trying to do in the previous video that got deleted. So let's go get a mouse. We'll be right back. Alright, so we've got a serial mouse. I really would like to get another mouse. Hang on a sec. Okay, so we've got our mouse. I really would like to get another serial ball mouse, but I mean, I got pick up this Microsoft one like I don't know, 6, 7, 8 years ago. It was like $20, and now they want like $100 just for a mouse. Is that really? So I got quite a few ball mice, but they're all PS2. This is my only. It's actually a new old stock. It's very nice. The old Dove Bar mouse, which I've gone on about before. So let's get into Oh, you got to type setup, don't you? Setup. You'll probably start DOS setup. Yeah. CD, Windows, and setup. There we go. Got our driver floppy in. It's funny, it doesn't feel foreign to me using floppy disks still, like, because I used them so much back in the 90s, like it was just, you know, it was just the thing. It doesn't feel like, oh wow, I'm using a floppy disk. It's just like a continuation of what I used to do. So we've got VGA installed, which doesn't work, as we know. So there should be an option for disk. Other requires disk. So let's try. I don't even know what this one was, but if this one doesn't work, we'll just copy the contents. PS2. Okay, so it's yeah, we'll give it a shot. IBM Personal System 2, PS2, Model 50, color display. File was not found. This display driver requires this file. Well, was it on the... Oh, I don't know. Let's just exit. So... you press function F3 or F3? F3. Alright, let's go back to... new VGA. Oh, there's VGA 11. That's probably not the right one. That's probably a different one. Try it. I don't know. Alright, here we go. DIR. CD2. DIR. So this is a Trident driver, by the looks of it. So let's delete a colon star dot star 8.8 star dot star. Deleting everything off the A drive. Yes. And then we will copy star dot star to a colon. Ah, the old drive sound. Here, listen to that drive. I'd assume most people probably watching this is like, yes, Mike, we use floppy drives all the time. But who knows? Maybe someone out there is like, oh, what does a floppy drive sound like? Well, that's what it sounds like. Sound of nostalgia. Alright, so that's all copied over. Let's go CD Windows and setup. Let's try again. Zoom in there. Reading setup. There we go. Can we use the mouse here? No. VGA. Let's get out. Other requires disk. Reading disk. This is a good way to check to see if it works too. 640 Trident TVGA 640 by 480 256 color. So if I find a driver that actually works, I'll put it on my poorly maintained website. What's this? Did that folder exist? Another incomplete driver, maybe. Oh no, that's all. Maybe, hopefully. And it worked. As far as I'm aware, Trident TVGA 640 by 480. So yeah, if this works, I'll put it on my website, which I don't really maintain. I just chop and change, add stuff, remove stuff off there. What's this? New display driver. Setup can make changes for you and save them in. Yes, you can do it for me, thank you. Alright, let's see if we've got 256 colors. So I've written some notes down, but I don't know where I got them from, saying that to use VGA with an 8088 you need EMS memory, but I'm not sure where I got that information from. But incidentally, that is something we can actually do in future. Oh, there it goes. Because we have all the parts here to make an EMS memory card. There's a circuit board in there. Anyway, yeah. EMS memory parts. And we may need to make it because we've now got no signal. Is it rebooted or was it done? It's crashed. It's definitely not gone flat because it makes horrible sounds when it goes flat. And it hasn't worked. No signal. Okay, well it hasn't worked, so let's try again. Just trying to think what the chipset VGA. I think that's actually a Trident chipset that's on, like VGA chipset that this thing has. Oh no, Geo Cirrus Logic. Sorry. Yeah. So we could try the Cirrus Logic drivers. I don't know. Now we've got to change that driver back. Either way. What am I going to do? What I might do is actually go and get all the VGA drivers I can find and see if I can't find one that works. I cannot think back. I'm trying to think back to what I did. So I'm pretty sure I had it sorted out. Like, oh, was it two months ago now? That's when I started doing this. We'll try 800 by 600 by 16 color. Yeah, I'll go do some research. I know someone, Vogons, has probably answered it in the last couple of months, because I'm sure I'm not the only one trying to use VGA on a book 8088. Please wait, yada yada yada. Alright, so let's try it. So what I'll do is I won't bore everybody and watch me for 2 hours sniffing through the internet for drivers. So I'll go and load some drivers on to the CF card like I was doing last time and see how they go. And I'll just find one that works, and you don't have to watch the process. You can just say, oh, okay, this is the one that works. It looks like that driver's not working either. Alright, let's go get some drivers. I'll be right back. Okay, so I sniffed snuffed around at Windows 3 drivers. So there's this one that I found, but turns out it's for, I think this is actually the one that I tried. It's actually for a Trident card. So that one didn't work. That's the last one that we tried that was made the screen go blank. Just having a look here, the EGA driver. That's the, I'll put these links down below for all the various things I've found. If you're really, I mean, it's not that hard, you can just Google it. This is quite an interesting page, all the VGA cards that are known to work in an IBM 5150. So it's not a 5150, but hey, close enough. But I did come across in the Vogon's driver library a book 88542X, which is that's the chipset that we've got Windows 3. So I've downloaded that and let's give that a shot. Couldn't find out if anyone's actually used this driver yet, so I'm not saying we're the first. Yeah, I think this is probably the most promising. So let's get this on the CF card and give it a shot. Okay, we're back. So let's see if this works. Around. Well, that's all powered up still. We don't need that. Nope, it's copied on that. All good? Just thinking out loud. We will delete a colon star. Yes. So I created a. Oh man, I was going to avoid doing that. CD new VGA. Waiting. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Just reflecting on putting the floppy drive in. It was a lot easier than I expected. I thought I'd have to configure something, or I don't know, something always happens with all this old stuff. But yeah, it was quite painless. Alright, 2 folders for 2 disks. There's no. Oh, there is. Do we have Xcopy in DOS62? Yeah, we do. Xcopy star a colon. So that should copy all of our folders across as well. Look at that. Copying the disks. Good old floppies. Man, that was like, so I remember in high school we used to like copy software for each other, and it was like so exciting, like rushing home from school and like, you know, playing Doom 2 for the first time or whatever. It was like that, you know, take like 15 minutes to copy and unpack. So it was like a real, well, these days it's just everything's instant. Alright, let's try these drivers. If I think it's going to work, it'll probably be these, maybe. Let's find out. Come on. Alright, just get back up here. Other A colon. Oh, look at this. Lots of options. Multi-resolution. Oh, yeah. I've read something about in the driver. There was a hotkey for changing resolutions on the fly in Windows. But we're not after that. We just want... Oh, look at that. There's all kinds of... We just want 640 by 480 by 256. Alright, let's try that. N drive. Why is there N drive? Copying very slowly. There you go. Cirrus 542X. Alright, let's see how it goes. Please wait. We'll make configuration changes. What do you reckon? Is it going to work? Let's find out. What's about just crashes? If you have low hopes, it's more likely to work. If you have high hopes, it won't work. It's very slow. And that's not looking, you should have shown the Windows screen by now, I would assume. Oh, maybe we're just impatient. Where's the turbo? Let's turn the turbo on. That's the only thing that sucks. There's no, I can't remember the hotkey for, this is literally like a netbook keyboard. They haven't printed on the keyboard the turbo button. I'll have to print out like a little label and stick it down here with all the shortcuts. No, I don't think it's working. Alright, I'm going to give up on this for now and say I still haven't found a driver that works. So if you've found a driver, or we know of a driver that I could try, if you don't have one of these, or if you do have one of these and you've got a driver that works, let us know and we can get the word out, get this working for people. Why you want VGA under Windows 3 is another thing, but you know, it's a challenge to try and get it working, I guess. It's alright, we're going to install Microsoft Works next, so let's go find the disk. Alright, Microsoft Works. So I got this years ago. It came with a, what was it? An Amstrad, like a PPC 640. It's like this huge laptop thing that unfortunately didn't work because it was stuck in someone's basement for like 20 years or something. So, let's see if this works. So this disk came with it. Oh, there it is. It's got autoexec.bat command.com, so you can actually boot. Yeah, okay. So this might actually be a bootable disk. Anyway, let's try. We'll copy it to the C drive. We'll go MD for make directory, works. I don't know if Microsoft Word and Works and Office existed back here. What was the first version of Office? I can't even recall. I think for me personally, it was Office XP? Or, no, XP, sorry, 95. I remember having it in Windows 95. But I had Works in Windows 3.1. Yeah, anyway. CD, Works, all these flashbacks doing all this retro stuff. Copy A colon. Oops. Star. So they'll copy everything into the Works folder. That way if this disk dies, I'm pretty sure I've got a backup of image of this. I've always imaged most of my floppies. Yeah. Yeah, man, this is slow. It's kind of like downloading stuff from bulletin boards used to be slow. Hey, who used to do that? I used to do that all the time. Like, always used to do it at night because it had less chance of someone ringing the house and it would cause the phone to drop the connection to the modem, or the modem to drop the connection. How things have changed. That was good fun back in the day, though. Let's try it. It works. What's a bit? Oh, yeah, it's probably DOS text based, isn't it? Oh, look at this. We've got. Let's zoom in. There we go. Sorry about that. See a bit better. Word, spreadsheet, database, communications. Oh, it used to have a Alright, well, let's start a new. This all fit on a 720k floppy disk. Word1.wps. DOS. About to run DOS. Type exit to return to works. So much. So you can drop to a DOS prompt. How much memory do you get? 421. So it's used 218. Okay. Print. If only I had my old printer still. I think it'd probably still be working. I used to have a color dot matrix. Oh my gosh, if any of you have ever had a color dot matrix, they are painfully slow at printing color. So it had like a multicolored ribbon, and it would move the ribbon up and down to the right area to print. Red, black, blue, green. I don't know. So it's got a word checker. So word. Let's try check spelling. Check spelling finished. Okay, well it didn't pick up. What if we make a weird word that doesn't mean anything? Then we go check spelling. Okay, so okay, that's not very good. Alright, so there we go. We've got Microsoft Works on the Book 8088. So we've got a word processor package. It's very good. Would I use it? I don't know. We'll find out. Probably not. It works. It works. Alright, let's find the floppy disks for Ultima 6. The best game ever. I could still spend hours playing this game. It used to be on like 720k floppy disk. Just zoom out. What have I got here? Printed out all kinds of stuff. Oh wow, printed out an entire walkthrough. Alright. Been a while since I've opened this box. Yeah, this is cool. It's like a review of 50 games from back in the early 90s. I should do a video on that. Leave me a link down below. Leave me a comment if you want to watch me go through that book. Alright, we've got 2 discs. Endgame and game disc. So which one? Oh, they're both in HD. So let's go A column. Not even sure if this is going to work. This might be a total waste of time. Should have install or something. I just went to scroll up with the mouse. Nope, no mouse and no scrolling on this. You had to do, if you want to look at the, you go -P, and then use the, oh shit, doesn't have it. Yes, it does. More. That was the command if you wanted to pause it. Okay, it's not doing anything. Maybe it's just very, very slow, I hope. And it's not liking that for some reason. Control C. No, it's freaked out. What's -P? I can't even remember. This is just like autopilot from 25 years ago. I can't remember what does -P do? Anyway. Com detect, ROM boot, hard drive. Alright, let's go back. A drive. I don't think I saw anything to install it, so let's try this disk. Let's just go dash question mark. What's dash P? I'm pretty sure. Pauses after each screenful of information. So, okay. So I injected the command more into that, so it must be some DOS bug that we've just discovered. What do we got? TD or install. There we go. Now back in the day, you'd look for the batch file because there'd usually be some other bits and bobs that it would run. So copy U6, I reckon that was it to install it. So copy, oops, U6. There we go, installing an old DOS game. Usage, okay. It doesn't have, you can't press the up button to bring the text back. Copy U6, A:, C:. Ultima 6 hard disk installation. Press any key to continue. Yes, thanks. Alright, I'm going to speed through this, so I'll see you at the other end. Alright, so while we wait for disk 2 to copy across, I'm just going to take a look at this floppy disk cleaner that I found. So check this out, it's got like, oh, bloody flies everywhere. Yeah, it's got like a heap of cleaning pads, and you can actually add it into, let's make sure I keep these clean, into this. It's got a bit of a crinkle in it, which is a shame. I'll probably stick that in a book or something, or squash it for a bit, should return it back to being flat. But yeah, that's pretty cool, hey, pretty nifty. Chuck it in there, clean the disc. It comes with plastic gloves, obviously for handling the discs. It's okay, I've just washed my hands recently, so it shouldn't be contaminated. So yeah, there you have it. Old school floppy cleaner. I've also got one that I found at work. Actually, it wasn't from work. It was at work, but not at work. So they were decommissioning. Hang on, what's this? Hard or floppy? H C. Oh, cool. Should we do EGA or VGA? We'll do VGA because we've got VGA. Do you have a Microsoft? Yes, I actually have a Microsoft mouse. Now we have a. I think it's. Is it that? Let's have a look. It's like it's not actually a AdLib. It's AdLib compatible. Does it actually say in here what sound card chip? Yeah, Yamaha OPL3. Ah, rack off fly. No, that's Roland. It's alright. Creative Music System AdLib. So we'll just go AdLib. It's AdLib compatible. Oh, the address port. We'll just go to default. Default 388, so we'll just go D. We're going to change it later if we have to. Is this correct? Yes. Which of the following do you wish to do? Sorry, let's zoom in. You probably can't see this. Okay, there we go. Start a new character. Yes. Hey, I was just thinking, if I could play this game, I 100% would bring this little netbook to work and play it during my lunch break and in between jobs. The only thing is I'd have to bring my Dove Bar mouse, and that might get damaged, and that's my collectible item. But, you know, I guess half the joy is using it. Just make sure I put it in a padded bag and everything. Clean the mouse ball. Use a clean mouse pad. So I hope this works. I mean, the installation's working program, but that doesn't actually mean it's going to run it. Oh, here we go. Ultima 6, here we go. This will make up for lack of VGA driver, although, to be honest, I'd rather this worked than VGA driver in Windows 3. Will it work? Will it work? Is it working? It's flashing. Can't hear anything. Can't see anything. It's like, sorry, you need a 286 or later. Or an 8086. What was the difference? I think it was just the memory. External memory bus was different. Pretty sure the 8088 had the same instruction set as the 86. Come on. I mean, what hardware was around when I started in computers in the mid 90s? What Pentium MMX was the thing? Hey, hey, it works. All right, we're gonna have to turn the turbo on because it's most likely. So, oh, very cool. It works. That's sweet. We've got mouse, create character. Yeah, this game, when did this game come out? 1990-ish? Maybe I spoke too soon. Maybe it's only going to work. No, it's working. I definitely think we're going to have to look up the turbo. What's the hotkey for the turbo? Here we go. Function F6. There we go. Little turbo lights just come up on the side. Mic. No, male or female? New portrait? Let's change a portrait. Yeah, that's girls like that. Look, kind of looks like me 20 years ago. Except I didn't have long hair. Continue. Let's put that back under the mouse to protect it from my rough workbench. Welcome, O Seeker. Very jumpy. So I first played this on my 486 many years ago. I reckon I bought it from Dick. I still remember where I bought it from. I reckon I got it from Dick Smith because there was this Hit Squad. Was it the Hit Squad? Yeah, Hit Squad. So you could go Dick Smith and get games that were like a year old because they were, you know, getting old at that point. And you get them at like quarter of the price. So $10, $20. You'd get titles that were previously $40, $50, $60. See if I got the receipt while this gets started. I remember this was significantly quicker on my 486, tell you what. Oh, I do have the receipt. Check it out. Let's zoom out. So what did I buy? I bought wire, carbon film resistors, 4 for what, 20 cents each. Resistors, components, and Ultima 6 on 3.5 inch, and it was $29.95. There you go. What was that? Where's the date? 10th? Yeah, 94. So this game came out a lot earlier than that, but yeah, that's pretty cool. Still got the receipt, and you can read it. Alright, the Gypsy says a bunch of hippie stuff. Come on, let's go. And I'm impressed, all the floppy disks we tried so far are still working. Let's just press A. Pours the stuff in the cup. I wish we could just press Can you press escape? No, might cancel out. I just want to see how well this plays and show you how well this plays, because if I'm going to play this properly, I'll do all these questions properly and blah blah blah. Come on, Gypsy lady. Then I remember you drink the stuff and you go dizzy, then you pass out. Yeah, so I'm actually pretty impressed. So all those people that go, oh, you're actually going to use this thing? It's like, well, I am now. And I don't think you actually had to use the mouse in this game either. You could use the keyboard. Everything had like a hotkey. Off to sleep we go. And then we wake up and there's a bunch of gargoyles. They're going to stab us. And then my friends come and save me from memory. Come on. Yeah, I'm gonna have to upgrade to a 486. It's too slow. Days, you were raised from the thing. Yada yada yada. The gargoyles, no place to go. They all want to kill me with a knife. There we go. Chant some stuff. Yada yada. Come on. And the thing opens, and there's a. Wow, it's taking forever to fade out. Sorry, I'm just rambling here. I'm just actually really glad that this runs on this little Book 88, because it means I'm actually going to use it. And it wasn't a total waste of money. I'd like to know how long the battery actually lasts on this. So what I might do is actually charge this up and play Ultima 6 on it and just see how long it actually runs, and then I'll update it in the comments section if I get around to doing it. Because, you know, if it goes for like 3 or 4 hours on a charge, that's pretty good. You know, it's one thing to have it sitting there just idle. It's another thing to actually be using it. This is quite good though. I don't know how well you can see in the camera, but the picture quality is not too bad for VGA. So jumpy. So my big question here is this going to be playable once you're actually in game? Because it may work, but it'd be unplayable. Gosh, this is a long intro. Come on, come on. Here we go. So, from memory, you start in the castle with Lord British, and there's a bunch of gargoyles that are attacking him, so you gotta save him. Oh, I've already got dust on my mouse. Alright, here we go. Oh wow, that's a lot smaller mic. Yeah, that's really slow. It's pretty slow. I'm waiting to move. Everyone else is taking their turn. I think there's a 386 version of this. That might actually be a bit more practical for playing this kind of stuff. Yeah, that music's really annoying. I'll temp down a bit. Alright, let's move there. Yeah, it's pretty slow. So all I've done is move that. So usually this sequence takes about 3 or 4 seconds. So what do we get down here? Attack. Attack with the sword. Gargoyle. Yeah, okay, so this works. I don't know if I'll actually play it on here. Which is probably why it says minimum spec 286, because it'd probably be right in 286. So you can press A and then left. Is it left? Space. If you don't want to use a mouse, because I probably wouldn't be able to use this mouse when I'm working on the road. Anyway, this is painfully slow, so let's finish up. Come on. Well, I mean, at least it runs. And maybe we can overclock it further. Oh, let's just see it slow, how slow it runs. The turbo off. Okay, so turbo's off. Let's attack. Wow, it's not even registering button press. This is even slower. Oh no. Yeah, okay, this is like bad. I can't play this. Well, since there's no disk caching, we can just safely turn it off. So there you have it. It runs Ultima 6, but can't say I'd be playing it anytime soon, unfortunately. So anyway, what do? We've tried the VGA driver, which didn't work. We've got floppy drive working at least, so you know, if we get things straight off floppy drive. I do have a 5.25 inch drive floating around somewhere, so no doubt use that if we had to. And yeah, we've got Microsoft Works on there. Can't see myself using that anytime soon. I guess I could always write a document to see what it's like. So yeah, alright, we're going to leave it at that. If you've got, like I said earlier, if you've got any leads on a VGA driver of Windows 3, let us know. Apart from that, I'm going to leave it at that because I've taken the day off work today to actually do a couple of these videos. So we've got another video that I'm about to do, my e-waste finds. So, alright, we're going to wrap it up and see you next video. I'll catch you later.